Hello and welcome back to Living Life Simply. My name is Racheli if you're new here, and in today's video I wanted to share with you 5 tips if you're interested in becoming plant-based or vegan but don't know where to start. And I thought this would be the perfect time to share it as many people are setting their New Year's resolutions. And without further ado, let's get into it. So my first tip is to know your why. Why are you choosing to change your diet into a plant-based diet? Or why are you choosing to turn your lifestyle into a vegan lifestyle? Is it for the animals? Is it for the environment? Is it for your health? Do you have another reason for it? It's really important that you know your why in order to make this sustainable and long-lasting. I know that for me, the animals is my first priority, and that's why I decided to change first my diet and later my lifestyle. When I first became vegetarian, for the first couple of months, I continued to crave meat. But every time that I would consider eating meat, I remembered my why. I remembered that behind every meat served on a plate was an animal who was slaughtered, and I knew I didn't want to contribute to that. And later when I learned about the dairy and egg industry, the same applied when I would crave eggs or dairy. And of course with time, I started to see less and less animal products as food and more as violence. But that took a while, and during that time my why was very important. And even now, 5 years later, it's so important for me once in a while to remind myself why I'm doing this, why am I choosing to live this way. With that said, my second tip is to take it at your own pace. Everyone is different, and some people are able to cut all animal products from their life within a day. I know that was something, for example, my dad did. However, for me, it was a more gradual process where I first cut out all meat, then all dairy, and then all eggs. And the reason I cut egg out last is because it was the hardest thing for me to let go of. And I think it's important that you take it at your own pace, getting rid of animal products from your plate. Something that might be helpful is every time adding to your plate more and more plant-based foods and plant-based proteins. Even if you're still consuming the animal product, but at least it's taking a smaller portion of your plate. So those are a few things you can do when cutting out animal products from your plate. But of course, if you choose to live vegan, it's further than your plate. You will also then transition into only purchasing clothes that are made from synthetic materials versus animal materials. You want to check that your hygiene products and beauty products are cruelty-free and vegan. You won't want to participate in entertainment that includes the abuse of animals, and so on. And of course, this can be a very long transition. I know that even 5 years later, I'm still learning about new things regarding animal testing, animal and entertainment, animal farming industry, clothing industry. There is so much information that I'm discovering, so it's really important to be patient with yourself and forgive yourself if you make mistakes, and just move on and keep doing your best towards a plant-based diet or a vegan lifestyle. So my third tip is to make sure that you're satisfying your cravings as well as find some go-to meals. When I say satisfy your cravings, I don't mean that if you're craving an animal product to go ahead and eat that animal product just because you're craving it. But what I mean is, if you're craving a burger, go ahead and buy yourself a Beyond Burger. Or if you're craving cheese, go ahead and buy yourself some plant-based cheese, or plant-based yogurt, or plant-based egg. Whatever animal-based food that you're craving almost certainly has a plant-based substitute, and more plant-based options are coming out and are being spread further and further. So I really think that is a great solution if you are craving animal products. But I think that's a great solution at the beginning when you're just transitioning, and over time you're probably going to eat more and more whole plant-based foods. And another way to satisfy your cravings is, if you're craving a specific meal recipe, go ahead and search it either on Google or YouTube with the word vegan in front of it, and I promise you will be surprised by how many vegan versions that recipe has. So I really recommend you do that when you crave any food. And the second half of this tip is have some go-to meals. So for example, I would recommend that you have some simple recipes that you really enjoy, that you're okay eating on a pretty regular basis. And I have many very simple recipes on this channel that I really recommend you check out. Some of them are the veggie fried rice I have, or the one pot chickpea curry, creamy red and white pasta. There is also some loaded nachos, soups, and so many other recipes. I actually have a full playlist of easy recipes that I will link up here as well as in the description below for you to check out. I also have some cooking basics like how to cook legumes from dry, or how to cook grains, or how to turn your veggie scraps into veggie broth. So I really recommend you check those out, as well as feel free to explore other recipes on Google or YouTube. And find maybe 5 to 10 recipes that you would be good eating on a regular basis and slowly build on top of that, but you really want to start with basic, simple recipes. My fourth tip is to have support through this transition, whether your support is a buddy who is doing this with you, or you can also join challenges. So there's one called Veganuary that will start on the 1st of January. This challenge lasts 31 days throughout the month of January, and you're part of a Facebook group and you have support from people who are doing this journey along with you. And last year I know that over 500,000 people joined it, and it's such a great way to kickstart your vegan journey. So I really recommend you sign up for that, and I will have the link to it down in the description below if you want to check them out. And the other option is to join Challenge 22 by filling a short form in their website, and I will once again make sure to link that down below. It's such a great option. You join a Facebook group where every day you will get new recipes, videos, support, and motivation. It's another great way to get your plant-based diet or vegan journey started. I definitely think that having that support and community is helpful. And my fifth tip is to get educated on common questions that you yourself might have or that other people might ask you. It is really important that you get well informed, both for yourself but also so that you can answer for them, and that they can see that you're really committed to this and that this is something that will be long-term for you. So I know that some of the most common questions I've gotten or my friends have gotten is, where do you get your B12 from? Where do you get your protein from? But don't plants have feelings too? Things like that. So you really want to know those answers, as I said, for yourself first and foremost, but also so you can communicate and educate the people around you. And I think that by knowing the answers to these questions, you will also be able to strengthen your why. You will also be able to stick to this lifestyle, and it will make you more confident to talk to other people, as well as in your decision to move into this new lifestyle. I will be leaving 2 resources that were very helpful for me. One is in video form and it's by Earthling Ed, and the other is a book called Eat Like You Care. And they're both great resources, and they were very helpful to me when I was educating myself on these common questions, so I hope that they will be helpful to you as well. And that is all for today's video. If you found it helpful or educational, please make sure to give it a like. I would really appreciate that. If this is your first time here in the Living Life Simply channel, make sure to subscribe down below and join the community. Also, feel free to share this video if you have someone in your life who is interested in becoming plant-based or vegan. And let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or tips of your own. I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!